I interrupt Pat all the time.
All
We
right,
want
welcome back to MMA Mobsters Live. Pat Miletich this week is in a undisclosed location. He still is in the United States, but unfortunately, Pat, the Croatian sensation, is unable to join us this week. So, as usual, best co-host in the business, MMA handicapper, and we use the term handicap uh, as loosely as possible. But we do have
I am
uh,
handicapped. I
the
am
Chosen
handicapped.
One,
I am
the
handicapped.
Oracle of Odds,
I am
Mr.
That you
handicapped.
are.
Oscar Steven. How you doing, buddy?
I am a handicapped handicapper. So yeah, double fucked there. I give myself one F bomb a show and I already used it. So yeah, if you are a fan of the show, which I assume you are if you are watching live right now, then you're like, what the fuck is going on? So if you look at the top, that is Lee, our wonderful producer. He is here for every show, but he is in the background. He is behind the scenes, and he does just as much as me and Pat, if not more. I am here. I am the one constant. Say, hey, Chauvin, I heard you broke your feet. You would be right. You should not go up on roofs unless you are a trained, qualified roofer. If you are a sports bettor and a handicapper and a little princess, you should not be hopping around on roofs. Anyway, moving on with our lives, I'm going to do a quick intro. One of my dearest friends and a sports bettor, professional, semi-pro gambler, semi-pro poker player that I have a lot of respect for. MMA Mobsters, put your hands together for David Stubblefield. All right, okay. David, tell us who you are, buddy.
Just been in the degenerate streets, before my balls dropped, to be honest, and then just got hooked since then. Been crushing poker tournaments. I know bet a little UFC here and there, but I'm kind of a little bit of a fish. But you just gotta roll with the punches.
David, I'm thinking of we've known each other a very long time. I'm 40 now. I've known you
Yep.
at least since you were 6 years old. So call it 34 years of knowing each
Yeah.
other. I was thinking of my fond memories with you, and was this you
5
or
years old
someone
actually.
else? Did you used to like yank your mom's credit card when you were 12 years old so you could gamble online? Was that you or was that one of my other childhood friends?
No, that was one of the degenerate friends. I wasn't that big of a degen to pull my mom's credit card because that wouldn't have ended well if she knew that I did that. Whew.
Okay, that must have been one of my other friends, or you're not ready to
Yeah.
admit it yet.
Yeah.
So, okay, all right, Lee, are we doing?
Maybe.
How are we doing on Signal, Lee? I know that we're live. We want to keep it professional. Are we doing okay on Signal?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little. David is also in a very remote location. We caught him
Yes.
in
This is true.
a cabin, probably near NORAD, but since nobody knows where NORAD is, actually, yeah, he's in the mountains in a cabin. Very
It's a
picturesque.
mystical place.
Yes, very picturesque views. He sent us a few photos last night, and it looked like a calendar shoot. It was pretty nice wherever he's at.
Did you see
Fun.
the little
Definitely.
video tour that he tried to give us on his phone there with his choppy cell phone
Yeah.
usage?
I did. I did.
Uh,
Lee, I'm going to throw it back to you. So
Like that
before we
again?
go
Or?
into what were you saying, David? So
Nah, I
Lee,
said
so
if
the
you want
people
that view again, but I have an AOL dial-up connection right
you
now.
have AOT of the Walmart 2.0 internet. Yeah, we can tell.
No.
So David, tell just a story. I know that you took down a big poker tournament. Maybe, yeah, tell one of your favorite gambling stories. Maybe it's a big MMA bet that you won. Maybe it's poker. Tell us a good story, David.
Well, I mean, about 2 weeks ago was probably one of my favorites. Recently, I played a $27 buy-in. There was 4,100 people entered this tournament. Guarantee was $100,000 on American's card room, and we got three ways. Three people were left, and we struck a deal. First was 15,400. Third was $8,400. I was chip leader at the time. They were offering me $13,150. I didn't want to gamble $5,000, so two of us accepted the deal right away. Second took 11.6, and third got 10.5. the guy who got 10-5, he told us he took about 2 to 3 minutes. I didn't know if I was getting my chop or if maybe so, but he accepted the deal and fucking took it down for 13-1. It was
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah, there's if people don't
Yeah,
understand the odds and the movement as far as how fast chips can shift from one player to another in a poker game, and they're reluctant to take a chop when you're down to three people, then they probably got there by luck and they don't really understand where they're sitting. Uh,
exactly. Yep.
Perfect. Um, so Chauvin, you're still in the hospital. They broke you out. Not going to say who or the color of the vehicle because we don't want
Yeah,
the
yeah. There
authorities
may
to
be.
find
Yeah,
out.
there may
I'm
be.
sure.
Yeah, there may be a warrant out for me in the state of Minnesota right now. No, I checked out like a good boy. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been checking up on me, mostly on social media, but then also in person as well. This was a rough week. This was a lot of ups and downs, a lot of really bad pain days, a lot of high on 18 different drugs. Not sure which way is up, but I got through this week, and the good news is I had my first follow up with Dr. Waverly, my surgeon, and he gave me an A plus. He said, "You're still going to be living at the old folks' home for at least 4 or 5 more weeks, maybe even 6, but your feet are healing. The bones are set in place like they're supposed to be. The screws and the all the metal in your foot is doing its job. You get an A plus on healing so far, so I'm thankful for that."
Also, why don't you give a shout out to the barber shop?
Yeah, yeah. When you're temporarily handicapped, you get a new appreciation for these kind of things. And I don't know. I think everyone should be temporarily handicapped because I definitely didn't have much appreciation or empathy for people in wheelchairs until I found myself in one. So yeah, he got me he got me rolled in there and cut me right in my chair and was very nice. And he didn't have to do that. So shout out Leonardo at Goodfellas Barber Shop in Anoka, Minnesota.
Nice, nice, perfect. So on this Saturday morning, I mean, we're less than 6 hours away. Should we get the people what they come here for? Give them
I,
the MMA Mobsters info and get to some fights here.
Yeah, David may need to take another rip of his pacifier there, but I want to get a little back and forth going because we got two hardcore poker players here. So Lee, you do so much behind the scenes, but you have been more important to MMA mobsters, I think, than probably anyone outside of me and Militech. Tell your story of coming to MMA mobsters. Talk about how you've become a pretty avid MMA better, and just tell people what you do for the show.
So I mean, from a producer standpoint, I mean, obviously, there's the live show here, setting everything up, getting access and all of the links correct to be able to go live on all these different platforms. It's not the days of MySpace where there was only one social media. I mean, now there's a new social media popping up everywhere. There's a new podcast platform popping up everywhere. So of course, getting all those links, being able to have the software that can handle going live to so many multiple platforms, but then the work afterwards. I mean, doing the edited show with all the graphics and everything, the intro, the outro, and of course, I think some of our fans' favorite things is all the cap cuts, the reels, the shorts, all the social media platforms call their videos different things, but um, creating all of those fan favorite videos and those nice little snippets that help us do what we want to do, which is obviously go viral. So yeah.
Talk about how, and then I have a question for Davy Cakes over there. Talk about how you've become a bit of a UFC better and had a bit of success following me and Pat's picks there.
So I mean, like David, I've also been a degenerate gambler for a very long time, most of my life. I've played in lots of World Series of Poker events, a lot of regional events. I mean, growing up in the Midwest, there's casinos in Hammond, Indiana, and up in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Um, I mean, there's casinos all around the Quad Cities, uh, Kansas City. I mean, pretty much all the way surrounding us. I mean, a lot of gambling is legal in South Dakota, so played a lot of poker and stuff. My best run was kind of like David's story, where I bought in on a satellite. I bought in on a $90 satellite and ended up taking fourth place in the Wisconsin State Championship. So won a qualifier or won a sit and
Nice.
go. The sit and go got me into the qualifier. Won the qualifier. The top 10% got a ticket to the main event. Played the main event and didn't get to the top three. Didn't get to a chop, but did take fourth place. As soon as I was out, the top three they of course chopped, just like David's recent story. So, but as far as UFC, I mean, we know we run the numbers. I mean, we know that Chauvin and Pat are at 86% accuracy, which is the research I've done. That's this is the most accurate MMA betting podcast there is out there. Um, there's others that claim they're more accurate, but I don't think they're actually running their numbers, and they're doing a lot of live things. You know, we do this show hours before the fight, if not a day before the fight. We try to do it live Fridays because it's after weigh-ins and before the fights, and especially when they're overseas and the fights, start at 4 a.m. our time and things like that. So we always try to get it in right between weigh-ins. A lot of times the line movement changes because people are making their last minute bets, but all I do is follow the process. My day job is I'm a sales director, and sales is all about following the process. You follow the process because it works. Well, it's the same thing in betting. If you follow the process, you follow what these guys say. The way Pat breaks down a fight from a coach's aspect, and the way Chauvin breaks down a fight mathematically, when they come together and they give you that information, if you just follow the process, you're going to win money. So, um, one of the things that I learned from the first, what is it, the first 100 episodes that we did, um, and the live shows was learning how to bet. So, I mean, there's a reason that parlays pay more because they're riskier. So the risk is worth the reward. But um, betting money lines on the fights and the way these guys pick and the fact that they're 86% accurate, I'm not a big better. This isn't my profession. I don't do this for a living. I try to keep it at three, $4 or $5 per bet, but I'm winning money. I'm up. All those small incremental bets, they add up quickly. I mean, I'm up hundreds of dollars for the year. So um, I do this for entertainment, solely for entertainment purposes. I've never cashed out any money out of the account, but someday maybe I'll take my wife on a trip with winnings from my MMA sports betting.
Yeah, and I think the wife would like that. Well done, Lee. All right, David, I got a couple questions for you, brother. My first question is describe your relationship. I know that you've followed me. I wouldn't call you a fan of me, more so a friend, but I know that you've been in several chat rooms that I've ran. You've kind of followed my career, and you've watched several episodes of MMA Mobsters. What do you think about MMA Mobsters and just MMA gambling in general, David?
I think it's pretty legendary. You got the goat Pat Miltage, breaking down the fights, and then you got the autistic wizard with former Jufro Josh Chauvin. Just, I mean, can you get any better than that? I don't think you can. I mean, you're just gonna be printing money. It's like taking counterfeit money to the grocery store. That's basically what you get with you because it's free
Yes.
money when
Yes,
you follow you guys. So
yes,
that's my
yes.
breakdown of YouTube.
That was very well said, David. You got to be careful taking counterfeit money to places here in
I
Minneapolis.
was going to say
That's all I'll say about that.
MMA Mobsters does not
Yeah.
endorse taking counterfeit money to the
And
grocery
I just
store.
want to say, David,
No,
you started
definitely
off.
not.
I told
No endorsement, but that's
I
basically what you
told
guys are.
I told Lee, I was like, this guy's hilarious, but it may take us a while to get him going. You totally redeemed yourself with that promo for MMA Mobsters. That was our most viral moment so far. So let's keep it going. Second question, David. Now that you're hot, second question is: you have known me for
Two.
35
I don't know
years.
if I can handle the heat.
What is your
That is correct.
craziest Joshua Chauvin, the Chauvin one story? It doesn't have to be gambling. It could be when you found the offering plates in my back seat with the communion wine or something like. Tell me
I did find that. I did. Yeah.
what is
I
your
don't know.
best Joshua Chauvin story. Make it
That's a
good.
a deep question right there. Let me ponder this here. All right, I got one. I might have to say more than one, but I know you were golfing on the golf course once, and he was trying to be like Happy Gilmore, I think, but he took his 9 iron in the deep rough, and he took a nice little hack at it, and that ball went flying. But not only did the ball go flying, the fucking nine oh sorry, that's my one F bomb.
That's your
The 9 iron went flying right into the pond with the ball, and it wasn't his 9 iron either, so he didn't really care too much because it wasn't his club. But
that
he was a
was
little devastated, and
that was
that
David's
and
dad's
that
9 iron, tailor made $120 club. I thought his dad was gonna kill me, honestly. I was like 15 years old, yeah. All right, does that sound about right, David? We might
yeah.
have lost David for a second there. All right, Lee.
You wanted
Um,
So because David's remote and his connection's unstable, he's getting the same lag that you had a few weeks ago. So when you ask him a question, by the time he hears the question, you might be already asking a follow up. So,
okay, gotcha. So,
but
all
we'll
right,
just
Lee. I
keep
think
rolling
that
with
we
it. I
are. I
mean, we
think
are
that
live MMA Mobsters on a Saturday
yeah,
morning. No matter
yeah.
what time zone you're on, it's almost 10 o'clock Central, which makes it about 11 o'clock Eastern. So again, coming at you live, and that's what I thought was going to happen. We lost David because of his unstable connection. So let's go ahead and get into it, Josh. What do you think?
Yeah, let's get into it. And Lee, if you want to text David and tell him to just try to rejoin there,
I will, and
I will
he'll.
start off. So, yeah, how about you introduce the first fight of the night, Lee?
Sure. So one of the first prelims at 125. So obviously we're at 3 5 minute rounds. We got Cody Durden with an 18-10-1 record, going up against Alessandro Costa with a 16-5 record.
All right, so let's do this. I will say the line movement and give my pick, and welcome back, David. Then you will give your pick. Yeah, so Costa opened up
Thank you.
minus two
I'm
sixty.
like herpes. I just keep coming back.
Yeah, yes, you are. You really are. Okay, that's we're getting the full David experience here. All right, Alessandro Costa opened up at minus 265. He's minus 230 now. Yeah, I've always been a Durden guy, man. Durden's tough. Costa is going to have him beat in the athleticism department, the speed department. Durden has him beat in the toughness department. Despite a little bit of line movement against Costa, Costa's going to be my pick here, but it's not a heavy pick because I like Durden. I respect Durden. I guess give me a lean or half a unit on Costa to start the card. You got anything, David? David, you got anything on the
Uh,
fight?
Acosta's gonna crush, and McGregor's gonna get his ass kicked tonight. That's one thing I know
All
for
right,
sure.
David.
So if you want to put some counterfeit money,
About
just put it on
14
Holloway.
fights away. So hold your horses there, pal. All right, Lee. What is the second fight of the
All right, I
night?
got a little excited. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. So next prelim fight, 185. These are both middleweight fighters. We got Ryan Gondra with a professional record of 9-1, and Zach Reese with a professional MMA record of 10-3.
I'm not sure why sports bettors love Zach Reese so much. He gets his ass kicked every time that he fights, pretty much. But I mean, Gandra's not that special either. So Gandra opened up at minus 170. He's down to minus 134. I'm just going to put $100 on Zach Reese at plus 114. I kind of have to because of it's been a significant enough odd movement. This could be David Stubblefield fighting Ryan Gandra, and I would still put $100 on David Stubblefield because that's what the line movements tell me to do. David, are you riding with my underdog pick of Zachary Reese, or do you like Gandra?
I'm riding it like a Middle Eastern pony. We're going for it.
Okay. Okay, that doesn't make any sense, but I love the effort. Okay. Lee, what is the next fight? David, you're
Uh,
crushing it, buddy. I'm proud of you.
all right, we're in 135 bantamweights. Fareed Basharat with a professional MMA record of 15-0 against the unranked professional record 6-1 John Garza.
Yeah, I was telling David on the phone last night. I hate the Basharat brothers. I'm not racist against Afghanis or anything. They're eternally disappointing. Even when they win, it feels like they barely get it done. So I think the Basharat brothers are pretty overrated. I don't know much about this Garza kid. It looks like they're trying to just get Basharat a win because he came into the UFC kind of being sold as this future champion, and he hasn't lived up to those expectations. Neither has his brother. Fareed Basharat opened up at minus 670. He's minus 220 now. That's a small drop in his line, but not enough to set off warning sirens for me. Don't go crazy. Casual bettors are going to want to put Fareed Basharat in every parlay. I don't think you should do that. I don't think that he's free money, but I will lean the massive favorite Fareed Basharat at minus 620. Where are you at, David?
If I was blindfolded and had a gun to my head and he said minus 620, I would just take it. I mean, that's a no brainer.
I love how you have one-liners for every single fight recap. Okay.
I do too. Keep it
Um,
going. Keep it going. I love it too.
so this David, you are crushing it, buddy. It is very different than Pat, but it's wonderful. So we will. You have definitely earned another appearance on MMA Mobsters. So keep it going. You're doing great, buddy. So what's the next fight, Lee?
Our second middleweight bout of the evening is Damian Pina with a professional MMA record of 9-1 against Cesar Almeida with a professional
Militech
record
calls
of
him
7-2.
Militech calls him Damian Penis, but I think that's just because Militech is like a 5-year-old some of the time. So yeah, Damian Pinas. This is our biggest line mover of the day, minus 180 to minus 260. I believe the book on Cesar Almeida is excellent striker, zero takedown defense, so the path to victory is pretty obvious. Even guys like Olean Jacek's brother, not even the Olean Jacek who lost a couple weeks ago, but the less heralded brother who wasn't even really known for his wrestling, took him down at will. I love the line movement. Give me a 2-unit bet on Damian Pinas. He is my most confident bet thus far. Are you with me, David? David is up in the tree. Okay.
I am with you on this, Josh. But I know as much about them as I do about SpaceX. So I really don't know a whole lot. But
And you
I
don't
would
strike
just
me as
blindly
someone
follow
who's an
you
expert
again
on
because
space
you just
travel.
bet
So
money.
okay, okay. Well, I
So,
appreciate
And
you.
I'm not an expert on space travel, and I'm not, but I do have a passionate for UFC. I
yes,
love UFC, but I'm kind
Yes,
of a fish when it comes to betting. But I
yes,
just like to degen it sometimes, you know.
yes, yes.
But
Not
when
as
I
much.
follow your picks, I don't feel like a DJ because your picks are
Well,
long.
I noticed you've been following my picks today too, so I think that's a wise move there, David. So
so if
next
that's your
fight
most
we have
confident
a chick
bet,
fight, Lee.
hold on. If that's your most confident bet, would this be the Chauvin lock of the night?
It's my lock so far. I
Oh,
like
the
I like
Chauvin
other
law.
I like other bets more deeper in the card, but it's my
All
most
right,
confident pick
perfect.
thus far.
All right, we got two female fighters. This is flyweight division. We got Tracy Cortez with a professional MMA record at 12-3, and then Kong Wan with a professional record at 9-1. What say you?
Tracy Cortez, I imagine David's a fan. He likes his Latinas. He married one, so Tracy Cortez gets quite a bit
I
of
yes.
fanfare. I think it's interesting that Juan Khan opened up as a minus 150 favorite. I would have opened up Tracy Cortez as a minus 150 favorite because Cortez has been there, man. She's got like 12 UFC fights. She's shown us she belongs. Juan Khan has kind of been gift wrapped a couple fights where she smashed because she was supposed to smash, but then she lost. Let's not forget she lost as a minus 1100 favorite, and that almost never happens. She got taken down and submitted. What does Tracy Cortez do? Well, she takes you down. She freaking submits you, and that's why pow 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 Lee. You know what that sound means? Tracy
Yes.
Cortez has flipped to a favorite, so I love that. Juan Khan opened up as the favorite. Sharp bettors, whale bettors, people who make a living at this have bet so much on Tracy Cortez, the sportsbooks have now moved her to favorite. Now, it gets a little bit greasy betting women's MMA because some weird stuff happens. There's a lot more parity there, like the difference between really good MMA female fighters and not so good MMA female fighters. They'll often fight to a split decision. It can be a little infuriating, but I still like Tracy Cortez. Give me 2 units on her. I have to follow the math, and I see a very easy, not necessarily easy, I see a very obvious path to victory. Take Juan Khan down, smother her. That's what Cortez does best. I think the line movement's warranted. What do you think, David?
Oh, 1,000,000% on that. One thing I know is once you piss off a Latina, it's game over after that. It's going to just be a wrap. She's going to smother her in 2 seconds once that happens.
Okay. All right. Thank you, David. What's the next fight, Lee?
So next fight is our lightweight. Actually, it's a 145. So we got a lightweight against a featherweight. Luke Riley with a professional MMA record of 13-0, so undefeated, and we'll get into that in a second. Against Kai Kamaka the third with a professional MMA record of 18-7-1.
Yeah, weird fight here, boys. We have an undefeated prospect going up against a guy. I think this is his third stint in the UFC. He keeps getting cut, and then he goes and wins a few fights. Then they bring him back. So you've got a guy with I think 1 or 2 UFC fights against a guy with 13 or 14. So the old veterans getting some respect here on the line movement. David Luke Riley opened up at minus 350. He's down to minus 230 now. I like that. I've never been a huge Kamaka fan. I think he's got quick hands and a little bit of power, but seems to get outpaced and just seems to be levels below a guy like Luke Riley. Whenever Kai Kamaka has faced an above average UFC fighter, he has lost. So I'm a little intrigued by the line movement. My heart says Luke Riley dusts him, but the line movement makes me reconsider. What's your take on this fight, David?
I mean, sometimes I think the line movement can kind of mess with you. You're not sure if you want to go with the public or not when they drop the line. But I mean, I think I would take the prospect here. I mean, he's hungry. He wants to get he wants the W. The other guy, he keeps going up and down, so he's not going to be as hungry as the prospect. So I'm going with the prospect tonight.
Yeah, and David makes a good point there. We talk about line movement a lot on this show, and sometimes it is the public. I tend to think that more often, for instance, every this is a few fights away, but everyone and their grandma is betting Conor McGregor tonight. Yet the line keeps moving in Max Holloway's direction. What does that tell you? That means that only 10% of bettors may be betting Holloway, but they have all the money. Whereas the casual bettors are betting $10, $20 on Conor McGregor. The professional bettors are betting $10,000 on Max Holloway. That's why the line moves. But David makes a good point. Line movement is not everything. What's the next fight, Lee?
Well, there's just one thing I wanted to touch on. Trying to do this live and produce a show at the same time. I just want to make sure that we're always stating the facts. This looks like his second stint in the UFC. Started out in some smaller um,
You're talking about
promotion.
Kamaka, right?
Yeah, started out in some smaller promotions, then went Bellator, LFA. Had a small stint in the UFC, went back to Bellator, PFL, Tough Enough, and now back in the UFC. So looks like his second stint. I just always want to make sure that from a producer standpoint, we're providing facts as close as we can. Next fight,
Yeah, that's
Cody. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, that's good. Go ahead, Lee.
Next fight is Cody Garbrandt against Adrian Yanez. Both of them have pretty similar records. This is a bantamweight bout. Cody's got a 15-7 professional MMA record, and Adrian Yanez is at 17-6-1.
Yeah, so I've always been a bit of a Cody Garbrandt guy, and his only real weakness lately these days seems to be the takedown defense, and Yanez isn't going to really offer that threat. Sorry, Yanez is a Bainer, so Yanez is going to try to come in there with his kung fu, with his kicks and his strikes, and he's going to try to outstrike Cody Garbrandt, who was primarily a striker. I don't like the huge price tag on Yanez at all. And so, even though he's a big favorite and the line is moving in his direction, I am hesitant to take this fight. Let's look at Adrian Yanez's last few fights. Jonathan Rob Font beat him, and he was 15-3, coming off a big knockout of Tony Kelly. Had I think just cracked the top 15. Rob Font kicked him right out of the top 15, and then Martinez beats him. He does get a nice bounce back against Vinicius Salvador, lamps him in the first round, loses a close fight against Daniel Marcos, and then goes to majority split against Ricky Simone. So I don't know what to do with Giannis here. I think it's pretty clear that he won't grow into the future champion that many people thought that he would be. I hate this fight, David. If anything, I'm thinking I just don't want to bet it or put a fun bet on Cody Garbrandt because I do think he's a live dog here. What do you think, David? Are you taking the massive 450 favorite, or are you
Well,
tempted by the plus 320 dog? What do you
so
got, David?
here's what I would do. I actually, if I had to bet on it, Cody Garber, he's kind of washed up, and I used to back him all the time. He used to be one of my favorite fighters to fight, but not anymore. I think I don't think he's going to win, but my bet would be to take the fight to go the distance. That's what I think is going to happen. I would take Giannis to go the distance. That'd be my take because Cody Garber, he's got a gas tank. I mean, he's a little older, but I think he could go. I think they go all the way.
Yeah, as long as Cody Garbrandt doesn't get knocked the F out or he doesn't do the knocking out himself, I like it. Let me look at the odds
Right.
here.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're both ranked pretty closely. Is this, and we talk about the matchmakers. I mean, is this a filler match?
yeah, I think it is two guys who have not lived up to expectations but have shown flashes of greatness. I'm gonna ride with David Stubblefield on this fight goes the distance bet. It's about plus 150. I would definitely put a couple hundred on that. I think fight goes the distance is going to surprise a lot of people because these are two killers. But I think that fight goes the distance at plus 150, maybe my favorite bet of this entire fight. So good call there, David. All right, what's the next fight, Lee?
All right, let's take a look here. We're almost through the prelim card. We got two more fights. This is bout number 8. Gable Stevenson with a unranked professional MMA record of 3-0. So it says he's undefeated here. Of course, those are unsanctioned fights. Those are not UFC fights. Against Elisha Ellison with a very small MMA record of 5-2. So this is, you talk about, being careful on female fights. You also say the same thing about the heavyweights. So
I do.
you break this one down for us a little bit.
Yeah, so here comes Gable Stevenson to save the world, basically. He is Jesus Christ reborn. He is made in a lab. He was an All-American wrestler at University of Minnesota. and he has been caught a lot of eyeballs. Most importantly, the eyeballs of John Jones, who has taken Gable Stevenson under his wing and will be training him, hopefully not in the art of beating your wife up, because John Jones is very good at that, but more so in the art of becoming a UFC heavyweight champion. Gable Stevenson has the goods. I mean, they gave him a total layup in his first MMA fight, so I'm not putting a whole ton of stock into that. But Gable Stevenson can ball, man. He reminds me of Bo Nickel in a way that he's always going to have that all world wrestling. He can strike a little bit too. I think that the line's doing some goofy stuff. I don't know that I necessarily care. I mean, now is probably a good time to mention that whenever a male UFC fighter is minus 1,000 or more over the past 8 years, they win 98% of the time. Only twice in the, I believe, 10 years, only twice in the past 10 years, twice as a minus 1,000 or higher, a four-digit favorite male in the UFC lost. Will that happen today? No. I think Gable Stevenson is as safe as it gets for your parlays. I mean, his line's all over the place. Looks like the cheapest you can get him is about minus 1,100. I love him. I also love taking him to win in the first round. I think that he just smashes this kid and then maybe gets a little bigger test in his next fight. Give me Gable Stevenson finish in the first round. Maybe while David's giving his breakdown, Lee can find out what Gable Stevenson wins. I don't care if he wins by knockout. I don't care if he wins by choke. I don't care if he wins by sitting on the guy's face. He will win somehow in the first round. That is my prediction. David, give me your breakdown, and Lee, see if you can find the odds on that, please.
Well, since you don't know how to win, but you know when he's going to win, I'll tell you when and how he's going to win in the first round by submission, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Okay. All right. Lee, do you have
Guaranteed.
the odds? Lee, do you have the odds for both of those? Maybe just wins by any finish in the first round or wins by submission exactly.
Um, let's see. Stevenson wins in round one is minus 350.
Okay. What
Uh,
about wins by submission in the first round?
let's see.
I'm going to guess minus 140, but that's my guess.
Stevenson wins. Stevenson by submission in round one is plus 410.
Is it really? That seems a
Yeah,
little heavy.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
yeah.
All right.
We call that
We will.
value town.
That's
Yeah.
on Bet
Look.
Rivers. That's on Bet Rivers. The some of the other sports books aren't posting the odds on that.
All right. So we. Yeah. So this is. I'll just tell you what the UFC is doing. They are giving Gable Stevenson probably the worst heavyweight on the UFC roster. I don't think this Elisha kid even has any UFC fights. They literally plucked him up just to lose to Gable Stevenson, and they want Gable Stevenson to continue to make a name for himself. Gable Stevenson will not lose this fight, and it will shock me if he doesn't just batter him in the first round. Moving on. Next fight, Lee.
So the last fight in the prelim cards is Robert Whitaker, MMA record of 26-9. He's a middleweight, and this is a light heavyweight bout. This is a 205 matchup here. So he's fighting up against Nikita Krylov with an MMA record of 31-11. What you got?
Yeah, Nikita Krylov, he made me some money back in, I think January was the last time that he fought. Yeah, there's a lot to like about Krylov here. He is a Russian kid, has been around in the UFC for a while. I'm shocked by this line movement, David, and maybe you can help me make some sense of it. Keep in mind the move from middleweight to light heavyweight is 20 pounds. It's 185 to 205. Most weight moves are 10 pounds. For instance, when Conor McGregor, who we're going to talk about more here in a second, moved from 145 to 155. So moving from middleweight to light heavy is no joke. That's 20 pounds. So Krylov is going to be bigger than Robert Whitaker. He's going to hit harder than Robert Whitaker. But this line movement is still freaking nuts to me. Robert Whitaker opened up at minus 215. David, he's down to minus 120. This is telling me I need to hammer Krylov, even though I've always been a big Robert Whitaker guy. I can't go against the line movement. And it's not even just line movement. I definitely see the path to victory for Krylov. Whitaker does not look like himself lately. Are you backing the line movement with Krylov, or do you like Whitaker despite the line movement, David?
I'm actually going to go against the GOAT here. I like Whitaker because he's just an OG in the UFC and he's very durable, and I think he's just gonna get the job done at the end of it, the decision.
What do
Yeah,
you
it's
think
certainly
his path to victory is
for who?
for Whitaker? This
I
is
think
to
he's gonna.
David.
Yeah, Whitaker. So the thing is, when
I think
especially
it's.
when a go ahead, David, and then I'll go.
I think it'll be by. I think he's gonna get it by decision. I think they're just very durable. I think he's gonna get the job done. He's just the OG in the UFC.
Yeah, anytime that a talented guy moves up in weight, he's going to have a speed advantage. So look for Whitaker to be a little quicker on the shots. But Whitaker is durable, but it seems like every damn fight he at least gets knocked down or gets wobbled and then finds a way to keep on going. He didn't find a way to keep, and then he finally gets finished by Duplessis, gets finished by gets finished by Chimaev. That was a bad loss for him. So I see it. I mean, it's difficult for me to do, but I will be betting a full unit on Krylov. I just have to follow the line movement here. We have some line movement in our next fight, Lee. What's our next fight?
Just so you know, the odds of fight goes or doesn't go. Fight goes to decision is plus 117, and fight doesn't go is minus 155.
Yeah, that's hard for me. If this fight was 3 or 4 years ago, I'd take fight goes the distance all day. But Whitaker has been a little chinny lately, and Krylov has been knocked out several times too. So
No,
this is
I
one of
know,
those
and I'm with
fights.
you, and that's why I just wanted to point that out because I
Yeah,
mean the
openly lost
numbers
David
lie.
again.
Yeah, we
All right,
lost David, but that's all right.
all right.
The numbers don't lie, so that's why I wanted to throw that
Yeah,
out.
I agree.
That everyone's saying that fight does not go to decision. The fight don't go to
Yeah, I
decision.
agree.
So
All right, what's the next fight, Lee? We'll get
our
David back
first
hopefully.
fight, our light heavyweight, our 155 for the main card is King Green with an MMA record. This guy's been around for a minute. 35, 17, and 1. Ranked 29th in the UFC in this weight division against number 30 in the UFC lightweight division, Terrence McKinney with an MMA record of 18 and 8. Both fighters fighting out of the United States. What you got?
Yeah, so longtime listeners of the show know my take on Terrence McKinney. He is 2.5 minutes of thunder and lightning, and then quickly turns into a pumpkin. So for Cinderella, she turned into a pumpkin at midnight, or her carriage did, or whatever. Terrence McKinney turns into a pumpkin after 2.5 minutes. So Keen Green is smart. He is a veteran. He knows this. Everyone knows this. Can he be patient and survive the first 3 minutes? When I was breaking down this fight, watching tape, I think King Green wins however he wants. I think he certainly can win by dancing around Terrence McKinney, making him gas himself out. Terrence McKinney will almost certainly rush to the center, try to either take Bobby Green down or put his lights out. And a lot of guys let him do that. I think King Green will be able to disappear, where Terrence McKinney will rush in and not be able to find King Green. And if he can make him dance for a few minutes, this is going to be an easy fight for him. I think we even see a chance that King Green takes the center and starts lighting up Terrence McKinney right away. And Terrence McKinney then lunges in, and King Green is gone. He's in, he's out. He's hurt you when he's in. He's out of range when he's out. I really, really, really like King Green here. We're talking about a guy who in his last two fights he won as like a plus 400 and a plus 500 underdog. He ain't done yet. Blacks don't crack apparently, and no disrespect to Terrence McKinney. I know I give him a hard time because the kid has all the talent in the world, but can't seem to get this cardio, cage IQ, or heart thing figured out. King Green's a terrible matchup for him. I think King Green wins however he wants here. I love the small underdog, but the favorite here in Bobby the King Green.
I'm with you on that one for sure. Our next fight on the main card, this is number 11 out of 14, is Brandon Royval. MMA record is 17-9 against Lonier Kavanaugh with an MMA record of 10-1. This is a flyweight. We're down to 125. Uh, what uh, what do you say about these guys? I mean, they're ranked pretty even in the UFC, and it's been a minute since we've seen these guys, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. And while I'm breaking this down, text David, tell him to get back on if he wants to break down the Conor McGregor fight here in a minute. But yeah, I don't know what to do. I mean, Brandon Royval looked bad in his last fight against Manel Kopp. I know that Manel Kopp has been looking really good. That loss has aged fairly well because we just saw Manel Kopp absolutely demolish Horiguchi, who also looked really good. So I'd be careful writing Brandon Royval off. Kavanaugh did beat Moreno in his last fight, but I think that Moreno's fallen off a little bit too. Give me Kavanaugh, I guess, here. He opened up at minus 180. He's minus 215 now. But don't be shocked. And Kavanaugh doesn't really have that one-touch kill power that Manel Kopp possesses. So Kavanaugh's more of a go-to-decision kind of guy. In fact, I think I like fight go-to-decision here maybe more than anything. But give me Kavanaugh as my pick. David, do you like Kavanaugh or Brandon Royval?
Well, I mean, I feel like a fish out of water. I just got out of my AOL dial-up jail, but I would blindly take whatever you just said right now.
That sounds good. We're happy you got out of Walmart 2.0 jail. So, all right, what's the next fight? We have 3 fights left, please.
Yes, sir, we do. We got Corey Sandhagen with a professional MMA record of 18-6 against Mario Batista, 17-3. If I remember correctly, we've seen Mario Batista already this year, right? Um,
We have. Yeah, he won a main event for us. That was me and
yeah,
Militech
that's right.
picked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a bantamweight bout here.
yeah, he beat Vinicius Oliveira at 135, and so the line movement is interesting to me here because we've seen Corey Sandhagen be a staple of this division forever. And really, David, what he does is he beats everyone and then he gets a title shot and he loses. He lost to Peter Yan. He lost to Aljamain Sterling. He lost to Marab. He lost to Nurmagomedov. I think those are all his losses. They're all to really good guys. So I'm a little surprised that Mario Bautista is getting some action here. Mr. Corey Sandhagen opened up at minus 180. He's down to minus 136, David. That tells me that sharp whale bettors are betting the Bautista side here. Bautista's no joke. He beat Jose Aldo barely. He looked very good against Nurmagomedov. He actually had his moments there in that fight. I just think over the course of 15 minutes, Sandhagen will be the more dialed in, the more effective striker. So I don't understand the line movement. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go lean Bautista just for the line movement. What do you got, David?
That's exactly where I was at too. I was thinking the line movement, and he's just a crusher as well, and he's going to get the job done tonight.
Well,
I
and
like it.
you know how much your producer loves plus money bets.
Yeah, we're giving you a lot today. Yeah,
Yes, you are. I'm excited. I
and I'm
gotta.
gonna give you one more in this next fight. You ready?
All right, yes, the co-main event. Here we are. Benoit Saint Denis, MMA record is 17-3 against. We've seen both of these guys quite a bit. Paddy Pimblett with an MMA record of 23-4. They're both ranked pretty close, 7-8. What do you say about this lightweight matchup?
Well, I got another plus money bet to
There we go.
add to your buffet of plus money bets today. So yeah, I mean, keep in mind, Paddy Pimblett has only lost once, and that was to Justin Gaethje. And Justin Gaethje just beat the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. So I would say that that loss aged well. Listen, man, people give Patty a hard time. All he freaking does is win. We've seen Patty Pimblett lose badly to Dustin Poirier. That was embarrassing. Later blamed it on a staph infection and said that was why he gassed. But then I think in his very next fight, Hanato Moicano embarrassed him in Paris. So Benoit Saint Denis does not like being wrestle fucked. He doesn't like being held down. He does have a little wrestling of his own, but he tends to get really frustrated and almost even panic when he gets held down on the ground like that. And that's what Patty Pimblett does. The line movement here makes perfect sense to me. Benoit Saint Denis from Paris opened up at -190. He's -146 now. For about the fifth time in this card, give me a plus money fighter. Patty Pimblett. I actually like this one quite a bit. Whereas Mario Bautista before this, that's more of a I'm going to put 100 on Bautista just because I have to. I'm thinking more like 200 or 300 on Patty. I really think that he wins here. What do you got, David?
Yeah, you can make me a Patty sandwich right now because Patty's gonna crush tonight. That's my second favorite fight of the night right there.
Nice, nice. And we kind of chatted last night. I mean, we try to keep the show and the reactions live here, so we don't talk too much before the show. But just in our little chat last night, we kind of discussed this one. I'm with both of you guys. I love plus money bets, so Patty Pimblett for the plus money guys. I actually already put that bet in last night, so um, hopefully I got the best value of my plus money. And maybe before we go to the main event, maybe we just touch on that a little bit. If you guys are not betting multiple sports books and shopping for your best bang of your buck, um, we use a couple websites. We're not endorsed by any of them, so I'm not going to mention them. If they want to endorse us, they can email us at mmamobsters@gmail.com. And then we'll definitely call out which websites we use to follow all of our stats and our bets and all of our information. But yeah, if you're not shopping around for your best bang for your buck, most of them give you money to join their platform. So uh, definitely shop around, get the best odds, and make your bets. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the main event here?
I mean, I think. Do you guys smell that? I think it's Conor McGregor time. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this is the UFC is plugging this as McGregor versus Holloway too. I mean we've seen this before. Um, Obviously, we've got an unranked Conor McGregor because I don't want to say he's been MIA. We definitely hear about him in the news all the time. If it's not
Yeah.
yelling shit from his balcony and people recording it in the streets or whatever, but on unranked Conor McGregor with a professional MMA record of 22-6, fighting in the 170. This is a UFC lightweight. Max Holloway, MMA record of 27-9. Um, do we see a repeat here? What are we going to see, Josh? Tell us.
Yeah, this certainly seems like the most free money of all time, and I'm kind of wondering what I'm missing here. Yeah, Max Holloway crushes him. I mean, we haven't seen Connor in exactly 5 years, and when we did see him 5 years ago, he looked pretty shitty then. I'm not sure what has changed in the past 5 years. Conor McGregor has not been training regularly. He does a lot of cocaine. He likes to throw strippers off of his yachts and be famous for all the wrong reasons. I mean, Conor McGregor will always have my respect and love in a way. He went on that like 2 year run that he went on where he got both the belts and beat Chad Mendez and then Jose Aldo and then boxed Floyd and then beat Eddie. I mean, how do you find a better run than that? It was magical. He said what he was going to do and then he went out and did it. It was incredible. But like Dana White and Pat Miletich say, it's a lot harder to get out of bed and train when you've got $50 million in the bank. And so that's
And
kind of
we
what we're seeing with Connor here. We just saw Max absolutely box Dustin Poirier's ears off about 11 months ago. And yeah, he ran into kind of a wrestle fuck train with Charles Oliveira, but Conor McGregor is not a takedown threat. Conor
but
McGregor's left
yeah,
hand
we've
is a
seen
threat.
this before, right? We've seen this where
Yeah.
you have an incredible superstar, they take a hiatus, and no matter what you do from a training aspect, you cut your prime. You were in your prime, you cut it, you try to make a comeback. We've seen it. Even the great Pat Miletich did this. So we've
Yeah.
seen this before, right?
Yeah, and had his moments. Put Mike Jackson on his ass several times, and I don't think that Mike Jackson won that fight. I think Father Time won that fight. So yeah, that's this reminds me a little bit of the Stipe Miocic John Jones fight, where going in everyone knew what was going to happen. John Jones was going to destroy him, but for some reason the line was only like I think minus 350. So it's like, why is this so cheap? I think that a lot of casual bettors are betting Connor, but that shouldn't move the line. People who move the line are people betting a lot of money. So I mean, minus 230. I think is that the best price you're gonna get? Looks like, yeah, minus 225, minus 230. That seems like gift from the heavens. I mean, manna from the clouds. I even like taking Max to win by finish. I don't see any way that Cocaine Connor can survive, and I don't think Cocaine Connor can stay standing for 25 minutes and just putting forth effort. I think he's going to gas himself out. And then let's keep in mind that like this is Max fucking Holloway. There's about 100 guys in the UFC right now who I think would beat Conor McGregor right now, and I mean that. There's at least 100 guys around 155, 170 who would beat Conor right now. Max Holloway is absolutely one of them. This is still a top 10 guy in the world. It's a horrible matchup for Conor. He's gonna put a pace on Conor. He's gonna touch him up, and Conor's gonna occasionally throw a crazy left hand trying to take Max's soul, and Max isn't gonna be there. I mean, it's similar to the Terrence McKinney fight. If Max can survive that first round, I'm probably gonna bet Max again because just getting out of that first round is going to be the fight really. And I the line has moved a little in Max's direction, despite the fact that everyone's betting Connor. So that tells you sharp money is coming in on Max. I'm a little surprised that Max to win by finish. The line is going the wrong direction. Good for me, I guess, because it's better odds. I love Max wins by finish. That's essentially like minus 110. You're telling me I can double my money for free, and I don't mean to sound arrogant or make promises out of nowhere, but tell me if I'm crazy, David. Max Holloway by finish. How does this fight go any other way? I don't see any way that Connor wins outside of a lucky shot. And Max is too disciplined and too much of a veteran, and frankly too good to get caught by a lazy Connor counterpunch. And he's not gonna. I expect Max to dominate, and I don't expect Conor McGregor to survive 5 rounds of Max domination. So yeah, give me Max Holloway in every parlay, and give me Max wins by finish at minus 110, and I think my job's done here.
Which round? Which round, buddy?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just taking him to win by finish, so I don't need a specific round, but give me third round. Max just probably not a big highlight reel KO. Just Connor falls down and Max just unloads on him, and then the ref eventually stops it.
yeah, one hundred
Take us
percent.
away,
Just
David.
like I couldn't last 30. I couldn't last 30 seconds. I couldn't last 30 seconds to tell everyone at the beginning of the show that McGregor was going to get his ass kicked. That's we know for sure. He's cocaine McGregor. He's gonna gas out, and it's gonna be a wrap. We've been going plus money all night, but this is the free minus money. It's free money.
Yeah, yeah. Well
So
said there, David. Well said there. That's a very good point to make. That we have liked several underdogs, but I usually bet favorites anyway, and this is my kind of money. If I can get a guy who I pretty much know is going to win at minus 220, and I almost know he's going to finish at minus 110, I may very well be. Well, I'm not going to be homeless because I'm living at the old folks' home for the next month, but I could very well be in a very bad mood explaining to Pat Militech why I lost our subscribers thousands of dollars. But yeah, I mean, anything can happen. I mean, freaking Jesus can come back in the middle of the fight, and it's. I guess that would be like a draw or something, or a refund for your bets if Jesus comes back in the middle of the fight. I don't see a way that I don't see a way that Max loses this fight. That's all.
So I just want
All
to
right, David. How
want
about
to
you
mention.
give us a sign off, David? And you did very well. Thank you for coming on short notice. You should be proud of yourself, David. Good job.
Just thanks for having me on. It was an honor to be a guest on the legendary MMA Mobsters and to the motherfucking moon. That's all I got to say.
Let's
Perfect.
go, Lee. You got to sign off for us.
Yes, absolutely. So thanks for letting me step in to host this week as the producer and the step in host.
Great job.
Lee
Great
Neese,
job,
I
Lee.
want to remind everybody to like, subscribe, and share all of MMA Mobsters posts, live feeds, recorded shows, of course, all of our reels and shorts and everything. And once again, put your comments on this live feed of who's going to win the main event um, by how they're going to win and which round, and we'll send you some nice products from our sponsors. To mention our sponsors, we have Soil Savers, we have DieMean.com, and we have Grapplers Clash as your temporary host for the week. And the best co-host in the business, Mr. Joshua Chauvin. Thanks for watching MMA Mobsters, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, everyone. And I know I've told David thank you. Thank you to Lee. He's the best producer in the world, and he stepped up last minute to co-host. Can't say enough good things about Lee. We will see you again next week. Pat Militech will be back next week. David will be in your lives again in a few months. We're going to have him back on because he's fun. Thank you. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Like, share, subscribe. Conor McGregor, Max Holloway. It's going to be fun. UFC 329. Let's do it.